Welcome to the Beginner Excel 2007 tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to be going over entering text and formulas into an Excel workbook. This is lesson 2. I have a sample workbook prepared. I'm going to open it by clicking on the office icon, selecting open. We're going to begin this lesson by making changes, or me showing you how to make changes to the monthly budget worksheet. First, I'm going to double click on the Sheet 1 tab. Right here it's been titled Personal Budget. By double clicking on this and typing, you can change the text just by double clicking, letting it highlight, typing the new words, and then pressing enter. In cell A1 where it says monthly budget, in the home tab I'm going to click on the bold button, and this is going to change the font to a bold style text. And then I'm also going to click on the I button, which will italicize it. And then I'm going to change the size of the font to a larger size since it's the title of our spreadsheet. So the size is right here. You can either click on the number itself and highlight it and type the size, or you can click on the down arrow. I'm going to click on the down arrow and hit 22. Then I'm going to change the title of this spreadsheet to Personal Monthly Budget. If we just begin typing in cell A1, it's going to delete the entire text that's already there. So to add something or delete something, you click up here in the formula bar or double click in the cell. And you can make changes and press enter. Then on cell A8, I'm going to make the text bold by holding down the Control key and pressing the letter B. That's the keyboard command to make font bold. And then I'm going to press Tab in order to accept the changes and move to cell B8. And then in cell B8, I'm going to make that bold, as well as C. Then I'm going to change it so all of these amounts have a $sign associated with them. So I'm going to click there, and then up here in the number section of the Home tab, if you click the $sign, it will automatically change it to currency. And I'm going to do this. You can highlight the text by clicking on cell B8, holding down your left mouse button and dragging it to highlight, and then clicking the $sign will change all of them. Notice how cell C8, the whole amount doesn't show. If you place your cursor as shown and double click, it will expand the cell to fit the largest area. In Excel, you're able to add and delete, change sizes, and merge columns and rows. We're going to continue editing the spreadsheet and make changes to the rows and columns. Notice that the words under bills are not showing all of the text. So we're going to expand that as well by placing the cursor as shown and double clicking. Now we're going to merge the cells together. So we're going to highlight monthly budget and drag with our left mouse button held down over to D. And we're going to click on, in the alignment section, on merge and center. And then double click here and it'll shrink that cell back down. You can also click here and move your column by holding down your left mouse button and moving it back and forth. Then there's an extra row here, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on the number 6, which is going to highlight the entire row. We're going to right click and select delete, and it's going to move that row up. And then right here in groceries, we're going to highlight groceries, right click again and click insert, and it's going to insert an entire row above groceries. Just going to add some text here. We'll do another health insurance. Inserting columns works the same way as inserting rows. You can also use cells section in the Home tab to insert and delete rows and columns. Now we're going to go over some formulas. A formula is a feature in Excel that will perform calculations on values in your worksheet. All formulas in Excel begin with an equals sign. You can create formulas using both constants, which is a value that has not been calculated or manipulated, with a calculation operator such as a mathematical, logical comparison, or reference sign or symbol. You can also use a value that has already been calculated using formulas or functions. If you're typing a formula into a cell, you can either use cell references or constants, such as the number 2. If you're going to type a formula into a cell using constants, it would look something like this. You would press the equals key and then say 5 minus 3, press enter, and it's going to give you the total. And then the formula will show up here in the formula bar. A formula using a cell reference is going to look something like this. You're going to hit the equals key and let's say A2 plus A6 and press enter. And it will take those cells in your spreadsheet and do the calculations. And anytime those cells change, it will change the answer that your formula will be giving you. Before we begin entering formulas, we need to learn about functions. Functions are pre-written formulas that take a value or values and perform an operation that returns a value or values. Functions are used to simplify formulas. If a formula gets long and complex, it is much easier to type a function to perform the same calculation. Functions also begin with an equal sign. There are many functions in Microsoft Excel. You won't need to learn all of them. To search for a function, you just click on the function key next to the formula bar, and this will open the insert function window. In this window, you can type a description of what you would like your formula to do, and it will find functions for you. Like entering a formula, you can use a cell reference, constant numbers, or cell ranges in your functions. For example, to add a group of cells together using a function, it would look something like this. You would type the equals sign. Sum is an addition function, a parenthesis, A2, a colon, A15, and close your parenthesis. What this is going to do is add all of the cells from A2 through A15 to give you your value. So we're going to do a couple of examples in this spreadsheet. We're going to click on cell E3. We're going to type the equals sign. Click on cell B5, minus, and click on cell B3 and press enter for the calculation. The difference between the projected monthly income and the actual monthly income will be displayed in cell E3. Notice that after entering your formula, the value is displayed in the cell. If cell B5 or B3 is changed, the value in cell E3 will change as well. Okay, we're going to enter a few values to practice. We're going to total up this column. So press equals, type sum, a parenthesis, click here, highlight and drag down, and press enter. And it will give you your value for that column. Now we're going to use the function here. So we're going to move over to cell C22, click on the function button, click on sum, and OK. It's going to ask us for a cell range. It has the cells that we need in it. If you want to select cells, you can click this button, highlight and drag, and then press enter. When you're finished, click OK, and your totals will be made. Now we're going to do the difference. So we're going to select equals, use the arrow key to move over, minus. If there's no difference, it will do that. Now we're going to copy this cell by placing our mouse as shown and drag down. And this will do the same function for each cell. If you click on the cell, it's changed it up here in the function bar to B8 instead of B7. We're going to do the last total here by clicking equals. I'm going to use the arrow key this time, highlight and drag down. That concludes the entering functions tutorial, lesson 2.